All right, keep going.
Oh, no problem. But yeah, so the Vietnam veterans are, they experience a completely different situation.
Well, you're also, I mean, just based on what I'm seeing in those photographs, you're giving those guys an opportunity to express themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that one of the things we didn't want to, because the portraits weren't about necessarily their experiences, but they were getting the portraits done because of their experiences.
And it was, by express themselves, I mean, I'm talking about express who they are right now. With all of the experiences and all of the things they've been through, you're giving them an opportunity to say, here I am, with all the scars and all of it. Well, that's
exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to show them as the civilians that they are now, like as the people who like just functions as normal people in society, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, almost all the portraits that you see of veterans are either portrayed as like the wounded soldier or the heroic returning, you know, like hero. And we didn't want to portray them as either one of those. We wanted to just portray them as individuals who have their own interests, who are functioning members of society, and that's what we wanted to portray.
Who need a lot of understanding.
Well, yeah. Well, they need to be able to be engaged by, you know, the rest of society. I mean, we kind of, even the veterans that are around us, I mean, we never really, as people who didn't serve in the military, we don't necessarily understand what they went through, and they don't necessarily expect us to understand what they went through. But being able to engage them on a level playing field is important, and to be able to like actually just be able to talk to them and make it okay for them to, you know, share their experiences if they want, or not share them, you know, either way.
Certainly don't be afraid.
Yeah, I definitely don't put them in a box of this veteran that, you know, like needs to be segregated from society.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the workbench.
Yeah, so this is my studio area. This is where I do all the wood carving or the mold making too.
I love seeing where people work.
Yeah, so I have a lot of...
we got a lot of fun stuff going on here.
My little action figures.
That's how
There's Deadpool and Cannonball.
Oh, shit! Oh, that's video gold right there, man. I stepped on this pedal down here.
Yeah, it is a pedal operated Ford. Avoid the pedal.
That's not a real skull.
No, it's not a real skull. It's just a plastic one.
So here's the things that he was talking about with the gestural. You know, the hand. Yeah, pull that out. Let's take a look at that. It's over here too. You know, he's got the hand gestures and he's got the facial expression that's communicating.
Well, what I try to do, like, I'm not actually communicating anything particular with the gestures. Usually, what I try to like convey with the gestures is a sense of meaning without giving a meaning. And that's what it's kind of important to me. And like, it's trying to create something that people can feed their own interpretations into. So like, I mean, with the gesture here, you have the one isolated hand that's in the front, and then you have another hand that's behind as well. That both are just hovering there, and it looks like a gesture that should mean something. It seems very purposeful, but it doesn't mean anything. And like basically,
it gives the illusion of
Well, I mean, and that's what I was talking about inside, where you know, talking about how I just removed that.
The illusion of purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
life. I think, you know, when I say that you know, you're trying to put meaning into something, I don't necessarily mean that I intend to put meaning in anything that I do. You know, but the meaning comes out as I'm working, and you know, the gestures and it all kind of. It takes on its own life in a way, you know, and it becomes what it wants to. This is really an impressive piece, though. Oh, is it not attached down there?
Oh, it's mounted onto it, but it slides right off.
But it's several pieces of wood attached together, and then the carving is actually these pieces of wood having been really.
This is
attached.
I did this as a part of a project for with last year, 2013. It was there's a program here in town called Glean, which it's a partnership between Metro Recology, which is a waste disposal like company for the city, and Crackpots, which is a nonprofit. And basically, they pick 5 artists every year that apply for this grant, and then you get a $2,000 stipend, and then you get to go to the transfer station where they send all the garbage to, and then that gets it gets sorted there. And part of that sorting process is 5 artists who get to go and gather whatever they want out of the waste stream and make art out of it. So that's part of the process. It's really cool. It's really fun.
I have not heard of that.
Came from it. So it's definitely a worthwhile project to check out.
How many months does it run?
It runs. I want to say we started in February or March, and then it runs through July. And you, I think it's 10 pieces that you're supposed to have as an artist to get done. And you have a show at we the past few years it's been hosted at Districta here in North Portland, and it gets hosted up there. And we have a show for the artwork. And yeah,
I worked as a security guard at the place where they have the residency. I was a security guard at night, right?
Oh, that's so funny.
So I was able to go through that place and pick up anything I wanted and make all kinds of crap I wanted to do too.
At the transfer station?
Yeah, so I still have a lot of the stuff that I picked up there. We're making artwork out of it now.
I'm sure that was under the table a little bit. I'm glad that you're sharing it with the entire world.
Yeah. Come and get me, baby.
Well, art finds a way, I suppose.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but I did it completely legally.
I don't think I was too illegal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool.
Little things, just little things.
Yeah.
Set of golf clubs. I did get a set of golf clubs. So.
Yeah, but it was amazing what people throw away and what you can find.
Oh, it's amazing. There was a boat there. I wish I could have taken the boat.
I saw everything. I mean, cars would get dumped, dropped off there. You'd have like boats. You'd have all kinds, anything that you can imagine.
Fascinating characters too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The people there, all the people who show up there are usually pretty interesting in the first place. But go ahead.
I was going to say, do you want to show off some of your work inside?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's warm up a little bit. All right, I'm going to do one last sweep across over here. Show off some of this stuff.
The collection of books.
What is your website?
Oh, my website is www.christopherbwagner.com.
Christopher B. Wagner.
It's not quite done yet, but it's in process. I like what he's got going on there. It really kind of shows how he works a little bit, you know?
Yeah, so that piece I ended up, it was originally being sculpted on the top, and then I ended up breaking it off so I could recut the legs and change the angle of the grain of the legs so I could make it stronger because the way that grain was running, it was going to be very easy for it to be broken off. So I cut it off and then put it on there with oak rods running through the legs because it's going to be such a delicate balancing act on top of his head. I didn't want it to be broken off easily. So this guy now has oak rods running through his legs to create something strong, where the cedar isn't the strongest wood on the planet. So. It's definitely would have been easier to break if I didn't have the oak rods in it.
That's cool that you think about stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Let's get a shot of these posts right here. See, there's a ladder right there, but these posts right here, this is not holding up the wall. Yeah. These are what he uses for his sculptures. There's 2 of them, and they look like they're about 15, 20 feet long.
Yeah.
They're heavy, huh?
Yep. Yeah, you can see this is another piece that's laminated up, and you can see the beams out of it. But the cedar is amazing. Not only does it, you can't smell it, but it smells awesome in here just because of the carving of the cedar.
I smelled it immediately when we walked in the door.
And then you have these little bowl pieces down here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have. Yeah, that's actually a part of a show, the Little Things show at Gardino's Gallery. Those are miscasts from that show. So I sculpted those guys in clay, and then I make a mold off of those. And so those are a limited edition of 9 apiece. But those are miscasts, so there's little air bubbles in them, so I had to recast them. But it happens.
Gold!
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And this is actually the mold from that bowl that you just saw over there. So this is the mold all pieced together. So it's all assembled right now, but you can see the rubber. The first layer is rubber, and then there's a plaster mother mold over top of that. And then I fill that up with basically I cover the entire inside with a bronze powder, and then I fill it up with a polyurethane, which bonds to the bronze. So when you polish the surface, then you get a bronze surface to it. So it's actually bronze powder that's being resin bonded to actually create the finished sculpture. color. So it's not like just putting bronze paint on something. It's actually putting bronze impregnated into it. So that's a really cool process. But yeah, let's go look at other work.
Right on.
So yeah, let's see what else. What other?
All right, I wanna show this